Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning if you will watch the recording. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a good day today and ready for some rest. Sure, sure hope so that some of us can take a break during the weekend. Today is a topic that was coming a long time, and I hope that everyone will be able to share their thoughts, their opinion. Welcome, welcome everyone. So today's topic is how masculine women emasculating men. Once again, how masculine women emasculating men, and some of them doing that without even realizing. Last night we talked about generosity and how generosity is a very attractive trait no matter what nationality, what country, wherever you are. It's a very beautiful trait, and it brings people to you. It encourages people. It builds the trust and all of those beautiful things. So we talked about that last night, and it was a very interesting conversation. It was. Um, I felt so satisfied being able to share the thoughts and hear back from you. So I would like to start the emasculating from an inability of certain women to accept, receive, and be appreciative and grateful. But even just being able to receive, masculine women are not able to receive gifts, and on top of that they are can be very they can make you feel as you don't want to ever do anything for them again. For example, you bring a beautiful bouquet of flowers to a lady. It doesn't necessarily need to be a woman you date. It might be a teacher. It might be a friend. They might be some kind of occasion, or just because. By the way, just because it's most beautiful occasion is just because, basically for no reason, right? And you put some thought to it. You bring something nice. You feel that this person is special for you in some way, and you just want to make them smile. And what she does, and she says, oh, you shouldn't have. Why do you do that? Oh, no, no, don't do that. No. Isn't that anything else that is more repulsive and more awful when you put some thought, and uh, you just wanted to be you just felt this way, and you had the most pure intention, and the person is rejecting. They say, oh, you shouldn't have. Why did you do that? No, no. Why did you spend the money? I'm actually having somebody in mind right now. It's a lady who I know, let's just say. We're not gonna say share any names or any relationships to that lady, but literally, when somebody is trying to do something for her, she would reject it, and she would make it as this is so undesirable, even though um, it is always desirable. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many husbands, sons, daughters you have. Positive attention for a healthy person is always desirable, because the more you have, the more your own cup is overflowing, the more you can share. And I understand men, and I am standing with them on this point about, you know, if somebody at least tried to make something good for you, you can at least accept it. It's a most. Have you ever had the situation when you made a gift for somebody or did something wonderful for someone, and it was rejected and it was not accepted? And how awful do you feel when this happens? And then there are certain occasions with this same person that you know you need to do something for them, and inside you don't want to. You don't want to do anything for them anymore. I personally have experienced these feelings because mm, the person that I enjoyed doing something for, it was always so, oh no, don't spend the money, don't do this. And then when they actually have a birthday or something, you feel you really don't care about hearing the phrase, you shouldn't have done it. Okay, so if I shouldn't have done it, I'm not gonna do it. I really stand on a man's point on this way. It's like, okay, don't confuse me. You either enjoying it or not. Okay, if you don't like it, tell me what you like. I do that for you. But when there is that energy of rejection or you shouldn't have, it's it's like your initiative, your creativity, your desire gets rejected. And so what happens? A lot of men becoming, not only they stop giving attention and little gifts and sweet things, but they come, they stop doing, and then they start taking. In a situation with this lady, she has four sons, and three of her sons do not bring her anything, not for Mother's Day, not for birthday, not for Christmas, because she raised them that way that, oh, I don't need anything. Don't think about me. Don't bring me anything. I don't need it. Don't spend the money. So it's, to me, it's such an incredible emasculation, because even if your man brings you honestly some crap, even if he brings you something that you don't really like, sometimes you want him to keep doing things for you and keep achieving things for you and bringing things for you. And hey, you might throw it away when he turns his head, but to tell the person to tell the person that, oh, you just wasted your time, or to tell the person that, oh, this is useless, or don't do that again. I really think it's like cutting the wings from the butterfly or a bird. It's error and trial, or trial and error. Sometimes you're gonna miss it, sometimes you're gonna do it right. I know some Ukrainian women dictate their gifts. That's another topic. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't give you the desire to give to the person if they are rejecting everything. And so this is one of the ways how, unfortunately, women emasculating men, how wives emasculating their husbands, mothers emasculating their sons by kind of killing that, shutting them down, killing their initiatives, their kind thoughts, basically just being overly rational. $10 or $20 or however many, how much money your son or daughter had spent on a gift for you, it's not going to solve their financial problems, but they found a way to show you that they care, right? So, ladies, if any ladies are watching me, stop doing this. Stop rejecting the beautiful things that men do for you, and not so beautiful too. It's not always about the thing, it's about the gesture, it's about the thought. Yes, I know I'm right, John. I'm just kidding. Yes, it's true. I actually have several people in my life, especially one that I literally need to drag. I genuinely love gifts. Gifts is one of the love languages. Anybody who lived in post USSR, that's one of our love languages. But I literally need to force myself to get something for them because it hurts, because I know that it's going to be a phrase, you shouldn't have done it, or I can't talk about this anymore. So this is very awful. This is very awful. This is awful. So don't do this. Learn to accept. As women, we were meant to receive. That is one of our original purposes and goals, is to be able to allow and to receive. And masculine women ruining this for everybody, because men learning, okay, I'm not doing this right, I can't satisfy her, she doesn't want me to do this, so I'm gonna stop. And the next step is he's saying, you know what, I'm going to see my mom. Yes, she's older, so maybe I should buy something to eat. Maybe I should order. I know, I'm just gonna go, you know what, she's gonna have something. And so I've personally noticed the progression of grown man, grown son of a certain person, from trying to do something to her to not doing anything and then expecting her to help them, to feed them, to lend them money. And it's an ugly scene. And unfortunately, as mothers, we often screwing this up, which bringing me to the second point. Emasculating is also when you do things for a man that he can do himself. For example, if it's a child, let's start with a child. He can tie his own shoes. He can put his own coat. Um, he can pack his own backpack. Uh, he can do a lot of things. He can maybe vacuum. He can maybe go and help with grocery bags or whatever it is. But no, what as women often we do? No, 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 no! Don't touch them. Be careful. Be careful. Don't touch this. Oh no, 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 no! Let me do this. Let me feed you. Let me serve you. When we turn this energy into serving a man, young man, a child, or a grown man, it doesn't matter. We activating that energy of serving, and it's emasculates them because it also takes their initiative, takes their place to make themselves helpful and feel good and confident. I've always noticed how little boys, how confident they feel when they go do something on their own. They go maybe grocery shopping on their own, or they go and build something, or work on something at the house. It just gives you that sense of accomplishment, even just sometimes just being helpful. But unfortunately, as women, we need to give 300 directions. We need to correct. And I sort of hopefully recovered from that for the most part, but it does happen. And you just catch yourself. It's like, really, he can carry this, he doesn't need you. But we are so overprotective, and then we wonder, why our grown sons are not helping us. Why is that? You have 4 or 5 sons, or however many, or you have brothers, or some other, neighbors, whoever, and you put them in a condition, or you created the atmosphere where they count on you, you don't count on them. It's really a major flaw in women's understanding. They feel that they are helping. I'm helping him. I'm helping him to get up, and that leads me to the third point. The other way to emasculate men is to start, quote unquote, helping them financially, letting them live in your house, letting them taking some kind of practical advantage of you. And I also, pretty empathetic person. For me, it's very hard to close the door in front of somebody, and when somebody is struggling, oh, I need to help. But this is such a delusion, because men do not need our money. The moment the woman starts helping financially to a man, that relationship is doomed. The dynamic is toxic, is not gonna work. Name me one couple or one relationship where the woman is sponsoring the man, she helps him, and it's a great relationship. And sometimes you don't know and it looks like it's great, but it's never a healthy dynamic. It's not a healthy, and it cannot be a healthy dynamic. And I'm getting a filter because the sun is weird. Shall I go into black and white or no? This is no, I don't like this one. Okay, so here I am playing again, but okay, I'm gonna be black and white. I'm saying this to you in black and white. Black and white. So this is not a healthy dynamic if you start, building up a guy. And a lot of times we feel, but this is our man, he's struggling. The more the woman help a struggling man, the more and the longer and um, the more painful his struggle is going to be. I've observed that firsthand. Also, in the world I live in, there are certain people, just as everybody else, we all have our social circles. And it's absolutely devastating because at first the help might feel pretty good. Somebody is helping you. Oh my gosh, you took care of that bill. Oh, great. And then it's like you trade your masculinity for some temporary help, but it changes your personality as a man. It changes you uh, as a person that takes decisions. You're not stepping into your potential. Uh, you're not stepping into your potential because you count on that your mom, your grandma, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever will help you financially. This is one of the major ways how women emasculating men when they, buy them expensive gifts or say, okay, honey, so you are fired, you can't work. You know what? Let me get an extra job so I'll be able to take care of us. Don't worry, I love you. You're gonna be fine. So it's like a mother, sort of a motherly thing to do, but it's I've seen that happen near me, let's say, and it's devastating because if man has the weakness to accept that help, he is doomed to ever get up and be himself and be able to do stuff. Another thing is, also sometimes with children, have you noticed that most children, troubled teens, for example, troubled teenagers who are in not orphanages, but all kinds of rehabs and all kinds having all kinds of trouble. Have you noticed that troubled teenagers, a lot of them, or many of them that have drug problems come from a very rich homes, maybe even some extra rich or famous people, and they do not have a chance to take their own decisions, to make their own money, to create their own destiny. And parents are buying and buying and buying stuff for them, but they don't feel as they make any difference. They don't feel as they're somebody. Everything is decided for them. And it applies for little girls too, and for the boys. You everything is given to you. You don't know who you are. You don't know if you have value by yourself. Mommy will do everything, or daddy will take care of this. Don't worry. And then you wonder, why your daughter is or son is on drugs. So it's a deep, a lot can be said about this, but I just want you to understand those of men who are upset that, women are taking advantage of us and it's so terrible, we're supposed to pay for everything. Well, be happy if you have somebody to take care of and that you actually have a chance to discover who you are. Oh, I watched the video yesterday. I'm gonna play with my I need to take a break. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be yellow. As if I'm having a tan. As if I have a tan, right? Hey everybody. Hey John. John is hey somebody, dear Majid something. Hello. Hi everyone. John is saying interesting, I never thought about that. Well, that's why you have me. Oh Jesus. Okay, I'm not gonna. Everett Collins, are you serious right now? This is why, guys. I have been promoting Patreon to have a private, private platform, and I really gonna be working very dedicated to grow it. So we don't have people with the comments like this. Personality here on the chat. I won't even honor to read this comment. Just so absolutely out of context and so disrespectful. It's just absolutely awful. I have no respect for a man like you, Mr. Everett, whatsoever. So that means when I am down with it, I'm gonna block you. So what I was talking about, who remember? So yes, just coming back to the main, to the topics of this discussion. Unfortunately, a lot of women, they truly believe that, oh, I'm helping him, he needs my help. I once was once a woman that believes that man needs my help. you know it was, I wasn't 100% sure about it, but this is just, that programming, that kind of things that you grew up with, you don't analyze sometimes. And I can tell you a correlation, a direct correlation between quote unquote helping a man and between man failing in love, in or failing in life, and men simply um, hi everybody, hello, привет, hi. So there is a direct correlation between men failing in accepting help from women, whether it's their mom, whether it's their wife, their girlfriend. You don't, I don't ask you for help. We don't ask you to help. We don't ask you how to be feminine. You probably will fail at that advice. We don't ask you to show us how to walk in heels. We don't ask you how to be nurturing and how to breastfeed. So probably you should not ask us to provide for you. This is just a very primitive example. I understand that we live in a modern world, but when these dynamics are broken, um, things are becoming ugly. You see men who are cheating, you see men who disrespect their women, you see men that laugh at the woman when she's trying to give him a gift and gift is not good enough. We see guys who there was a video, guys. I do not follow pop culture. I don't know any modern singers. It's just not that interesting to me. But there was this one couple. I believe they're some kind of rappers. I really don't know. But so this girl, this example of emasculation. It was somewhere on Instagram. Somebody sent it to me. So this girl, I think it was 30th birthday of her boyfriend, and she gave him a rental property gift. She gave him papers for rental property. And he was sitting, she was standing, and he basically made fun of her. He wanted a new chain or a new bracelet or something else. Can you imagine that? So, and I was just looking at this. This is this, a younger generation, like 25, 30-year olds that have the dynamics completely messed up. God, talking about messed up. I don't like this. Well, anyway, this mess I can fix. But having their dynamics completely messed up. So she is trying to please him, she is trying to help him, she is trying to make a man out of him. So I guess if he will have a rental property, he will make maybe more money or something. But this is such a wrong move. That is such a um, low low class, not low class exactly, but it's such a inappropriate behavior for a lady to try to impress a man with a gift. It's supposed to be totally opposite. And let me tell you, this is a man that's going to be cheating on her at every possibility, because with that gift she just emasculated him by giving him something he does not deserve whatsoever, and he doesn't need from her. He needs to make his own in order for to win her. So she's trying to win his heart, which brings me to the point number 4 of the popular trend right now, and it makes me giggle and laugh when women get on one knee and trying to propose. Maybe you've seen those viral posts. I had my subscribers sending some of those posts to me when men are wait women get on their on one knee and trying to propose to to their guys. I mean, okay, I have a question. Is there something more emasculating than that? Can you even imagine that a girl, a lady, will get on her knee and get you a ring and propose to you? I mean, what is going on with this world? But as Dr. Phil would say, Doctor's Phil question, how's that been working out for you? This is just, some thoughts to consider. A lot of women did not have a good feminine mother. A lot of women had feminist mothers that told you, you do everything on your own. You take care of yourself. And yes, be a good woman. Take care of your man. Build him up. So the other woman can have him. When he is built up, you're worn out, you're covered with wrinkles of all the work you put in, and he's built and ready to go for a woman half his age. That's what I observed when in my childhood. Well, it was still kind of childhood when things had changed, and all of a sudden, men who were regular become rich because you can buy factories, you can buy certain things um, for nothing, and so a lot of men changed their wives who were supporting them, building them. They all changed them for a young women half their age to live that kind of life, and that is another emasculation. When you somebody that phrase build a man. No woman needs to build no man. Have you seen a builder on the roof? Have you seen very many women building in construction? Why is it we are not standing there building? Maybe we should drive garbage trucks, and maybe we should put pavement and paint and do. And some women do it, but it's very rare. So this is, if you want that kind of relationship, being with another man, being with another masculine energy, uh, you're in for a treat. All right, I said it, guys. I'm done. Цилечка, спасибо, моя девочка. Муа. I'm gonna read a few comments. Hey, Moncher Mike. Hey, Young's Vlog. Oh, great. That guy deleted himself. Good for you. Okay, what's going on? I think somebody been deleting some comments. Whatever. John is saying you mentioned about Ukrainian women dictating gifts. I thought unusual at first, but it's actually very efficient. Interesting you say others do this. Well, what happens is what happens is she doesn't. Can I tell you honestly? I'm gonna tell you honestly what she's thinking. She doesn't want you to buy her some crap. This is me, just no filter, okay? This is no filter speech. She just doesn't want you to buy to to buy you some crap. She just she knew that you just don't know her preference, and he's going to spend you are going to spend money, and she has enough of trust with you. You already established a relationship, so that's why she's telling you this because she doesn't want to be disappointed, and she also she doesn't want you to lose your money. So you can appreciate that because she also is thinking about your she doesn't want you to lose the money. Okay, let me think. Let me read some more comments, guys. So I'm done with my message. So if somebody watching the recording, so my message is done. Just want to share this couple things with you. I don't know if I'll be able to have my live videos as often starting next week. So I'm just enjoying it to connect with you again. Never take things for granted, right? It's not always easy to find time and do certain things, even though you love doing them. Okay, let me read some more things. Woman proposing in one knee to her man, that seems messed up. Never heard of this before. Yes, I'm gonna post this on Patreon. Somebody sent me that, and I've seen that people been sharing that. I try to stay away from social media as much as humanly possible, but I was just on the floor. It was so funny, but it's a liberal trend that we are equal, so why don't I propose? By the way, guys, you want to hear something hilarious? Um, Maybe should I share it or not? You know what? I guess it's not that. One day, my son comes from school, and he has something shining on his finger. I was like, "What's that, buddy?" And he's like, "Mom, you're not gonna believe this, but she proposed to me." So he has, a girlfriend. In school, he's in fifth grade, just so everybody understand. Fifth grade. It's a fifth grade deal. So they are like 10, 11 years old there. And so she went on one knee and she bought two rings, just kids rings. But it looks like engagement ring. And she got on her knee, she put those rings on them. So here you go. I don't know what kind of TV these kids are watching. It just tells you again how much the of mainstream media how how far left it went, but how a 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl would think about getting on her knee and proposing, and he was freaked out about it. He said, "Mom, I didn't want to like hurt your feelings, and I do like her, but." I was like, wow. It's the same, if you go hunting, you want to hunt a deer and you're excited, you got all your gear up, you just, you were waiting for it. Maybe you have your friends with you, maybe you having everything set up. I'm not a hunter in any size, shape, or form, but I know how exciting to do certain activities that brings you to life. And, and you set this all gear up and the hunter, you know, you just like excited, something fun going to happen, and the deer rides and chases you. The deer comes to you and chases you, and maybe even shoot the bullet in. Oh, I'm dying. So yeah, it's a weird trend. I don't know what the hell is going on with this world. I don't know. That's a good question. So well, thank you guys. Thank you for the kind words on this sunny Friday afternoon. Guys who are players cause these problems. There are a lot of times causing the woman to try to do things to draw him closer, but it does not work. Players are takers. Yes, exactly. Players are takers. And women who think that they can impress the guy, they got it so wrong. Because if you have to impress a man as a woman, this is a wrong man. This man simply is not attracted to you, and he's not gonna be under any circumstances. He just does not want you. Am I correct, guys? If you go out and meet a lady and you're not attracted to her, is there anything she can do to make you be interested or be attracted to her? And we're not talking about hookups, we're not talking about none of that nonsense. So as a woman, I'm asking you a question. Should if she pays for your mortgage, would you be attracted to her? Oh my God! If you are a man who respects himself and you know what you want to enjoy certain things. Um, yeah, it was a video. When she was giving this guy a documents for a rental property, and he put her down. He made fun of her. Um, he told her he wanted some jewelry. He basically acted like a little spoiled child, and she looked stupid. And she was stupid. She didn't only look stupid, she was really stupid for doing that. And he is definitely a player, and this is the kind of man that will cheat on you and feel good about it, because that's the things that makes them feel masculine. At least I have control of something. Somewhere I take control. And the same man that takes from you as a woman, the same man will go and give that what he took from you, give it to another one. That's actually an interesting side of generosity. I would like to share this. It was a great discussion yesterday on generosity, and so it's interesting how this works, because the same man would be user and stingy, and would give you very little attention, and another woman gonna get another side of him. If she values herself, if she has her standards up, if she takes no crap, and he's interested in her, he is going to do stuff for her. She actually might naturally bring a different personality if she doesn't shut him down, if she doesn't tell him, oh, you shouldn't have done this, if she lets him take initiative and the lead, and he really wants her, if he's really attracted to her, and he wants to impress her, so he can be user and taker and player with one woman and be complete opposite with another one. He can be the best provider and the best leader and the most caring man. And if these two women meet and they will talk about the same guy, they will realize they could not, they even, if somebody will tell them, hey, you're actually dating the same guy, or you're talking about the same guy, by the description they would never recognize they're talking about the same person. How would I know? I've seen that in my early days, that same man will do a lot for one lady and do absolutely nothing for another one, and use her, because that lady allows him to step all over him. She encourages him, she shuts down his initiative, she rejects, she does more, she brings more, she invests more. So he's a little boy, he can't impress her, and he doesn't really want her anyway. So that's a not a very healthy dynamic. Are you guys still with me? Yes, I'm going to miss this long chat, guys. Next week I'm having a some more things coming on my plate that I'm excited about. Having some offers, and that's why I really would like to grow the our private Patreon platform. I'm totally fine with being selective and assertive and take time, but so how it's gonna be, um, you're gonna be getting more precise and short videos here on YouTube, which could be good, and I think it's more of a YouTube style. And if you like my long videos when we talk about all kinds of nonsense and all kinds of insights and things, you can watch them on Patreon. Even if I record them live, uh, or if I record them on a different software, you will be able to see them in Patreon library. Some of them could go on YouTube too, but unfortunately, YouTube does not favor the long videos. YouTube algorithms and YouTube system is not, the long videos are not the preferable format, and I'm learning certain things. So a lot of times what happens, people miss a lot of information because they do not know that, okay, the most valuable thing was in the end of 49th minute. So yes, we'll have to work a little bit on the format, but I'm very open to hear from you what you like, what you would like to see. So feel free to share under the video the things that you would like to know about, to see, and stuff like that. John is saying, a woman pursuing me is not an interesting usually, unless you were attracted already. Yeah. Whew. I'm just laughing because it's so wrong. Most, a lot of women who are in relationships, they are the biggest liars. They will tell you things, oh, he does this for me, he does that for me, but behind the scenes, in this dynamics, she gives the money under the table, she pays his bills, and it's just awful. I see this a lot, and somehow I see this in America more than I saw that in Ukraine, but it happens everywhere. And it's just simply ugly. So today we talked about emasculating men. Dear ladies, if you're watching this channel, I know there is a small percentage of women. Stop doing this. Stop trying to control something that is not in your control. When somebody is generous and giving, accept it, be gracious, appreciate it. Because when somebody does something nice for you, it's not a requirement, it's a choice. We always have a choice before the way we respond, the way we treat people. Um, it's a choice. Every single person that does something nice to you, they didn't have to do it. So instead of telling them, oh, you didn't have to do this, you can say, oh, this is so nice of you. I love this. Thank you. Unless you would like to have a man who come to you because there is nothing else. He comes to you because there is nothing else he has, and maybe you still got something in your fridge. He wants to check that out, and maybe you have a free place to sleep. That would be nice. Joseph Thomas. Yes, I know. I know Bob is saying there are men in America who want only a woman who takes care of him and often doesn't even work. Yep. I've seen that. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, good luck, everyone. Okay, I have a question about what do you think about a man moving there than finding his love? I don't know, Joseph Thomas. It depends on the man. So it's not important what I think. It's important what that man can offer and can do. Live stream. Okay. Okay, John. Gregory Riviera. I'm sorry if I read in your name incorrectly, but I'm trying. He's saying Okay, there are things I'd like to know but don't feel comfortable asking you on a live stream. Yes, I understand you. That's why you maybe. Are you on my Patreon? I'm sorry if you are. I need to learn. I have so many new people added, so I don't remember everyone's name, but I will because we're gonna do a private live. Have you just joined it? Because that is exactly for that kind of platform. When you have questions or things you want to know, and you don't want to ask me on public, or it's something personal. So yes, I mean, consider that, or you can send me an email, consultveronica@gmail.com, or you can, guys, for those of you who are on my Patreon, you know that I'm trying to learn how to get live on Patreon. And so far, I hadn't figured it out. So I'm asking you to send me a message on Patreon through the platform what you would like to ask. As Jess was mentioned, maybe there is something that you don't want me to talk on the live stream. It feels uncomfortable. So feel free to send me a message over there. So I'm gonna try to figure out, and if I start a live stream and there is nobody in the room, I will address those comments. All right? And by the way, I appreciate those of you who realize that not every question is appropriate for the live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate those of you who has that sense of tact, or how to say this in English, sense of etiquette or common sense. John is saying it's called mother. Yes, it is. It's called mother. The woman that takes care of you and wipes your butt. That's crazy. I really don't. It's interesting because my followers are mostly traditional men, but I have a lot of younger men who unfortunately grew up in a very screwed up feminist agenda time. We are about the same generation, more or less, but I grew up in Ukraine, so it didn't affect so much me growing up. But those guys who grew up, who in 80s and were born in 80s or 90s, I could relate to, and I could relate to, but at the same time I cannot at times, because even though we might be the same age, but being raised by feminists, um, we don't have that much in common. And most of my men, by my men, I mean my followers. Sorry, guys. Whew. Okay, so most of my followers are on a classic side, on a traditional, on a common sense side. So I browsed a few channels where there are these men that having these agendas. Okay, don't invite her on a dinner. You know what? Invite her to the walk in the park. Netflix and chill. Don't invest in her, okay? All right? Because she might screw you up. She might not pick up your phone. She might ditch you. And you are going to lose. You're going to lose money for dinner. Do you realize it's a financial risk right there? Women had been playing us. They having free dinners and free drinks. Can you imagine that? This is so unfair. Free dinner and free drinks? Are you kidding me? And they have more choices than us. When they go on the dating apps, they can swipe left, swipe right. Guys are everywhere. So, guys, don't get played. Don't get played. Don't buy dinners. It's a financial risk you're taking. See if she does have no self-esteem, and she'll go to your place to Netflix and chill and be a winner. You figure out the game. You are the man. You get this. You're strong, man. Don't let doesn't play us anymore. That's actually the video. I was on the ground, but you see, I'm being sarcastic, but it's actually was a real video. I was on the ground in tears. The guy was literally sharing how men do not want to get played. Inviting a woman on a date to have a dinner, he's getting played. Oh, I'm done right now. Air. This is so funny. So yes, he was sharing how men need to rise up. Rise up. Ain't nobody getting played here. You guys have been getting played all your life. You realize that? I have some very inappropriate thoughts in my head in my head, but I cannot say them, not because I'm shy, but because children watch me too, and I can't say, but there is something on on my tongue that I would love to say, that those guys have the wrong things or the wrong body parts. Oh my God, it's just, and he was just in such a victim. Like I almost feel like reaching out to my fridge and giving him a sandwich, because even though it was on a video, but I literally felt like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry right now. What an orphan, poor thing. He was pushed to be a man all his entire life. Oh, how terrible. So it was comical. It was so much sadness. I feel so sorry. But yet again, guys, for inappropriate things and intimate topics, I am shamelessly recommending Patreon account, because I am a grown woman and we all adults here. So it would be fun to talk about certain things and aspects, and sometimes put a word or two. But children watch YouTube uncontrollably, and also once in a while, some people that I know in real life, and they have, so I don't want to be extra inappropriate, even though I love it in a different circumstance, because sometimes there is no other way to make it real. Oh, okay, I'm done. Yes, Bill. Bill is saying that called tactfulness. Yes. In Russian, it's just called tact, but in English, I guess it's called tactfulness. All right, yes. So you're very welcome, guys. If you have some comments. Oh my God, I don't know. And I don't even drink. Can you imagine if I would have a drink? But it's really funny. Some people don't really need a drink because they have the natural twisted person, twisted sense of humor. So, but okay, guys, I'm gonna finish with this. Most of my men, by my men again, I mean my followers. And yes, my man. Okay, I'm entitled to have you all. So I'm the lucky girl that you come and we communicate and share things. Are the classic men. So I don't really have big concerns about you, but if you notice this behavior in a lady you are with, maybe you having a child together, maybe you have a son, maybe she already has a son. When you see that, when you see, as women, a lot of times we trying to mean well, we're trying to say, oh, don't carry that bag, let me help you, let me tie your shoes, let me fix your food, let me serve you. And that serving, I really believe that it creates this unhealthy environment that, when a child sees that woman is meant to serve him, that's what he will look for. And it's, we all do beautiful things for each other, but it's a different than just serving. and expecting that, oh, my mom will fix it, my wife will fix it, my sister will fix it. No, you are capable of this and more. And yes, sometimes she will fix it. Sometimes she'll say, let me make you something to eat, let me make you some tea, let me make you some, hot cocoa or something like that. And it's joyful for us as women. We enjoy taking care of you. But when you are expecting this all the time and you pretend like you don't know, do you know that some Russian and Ukrainian men, uh, back when I was growing up, they pretend that they don't know how to warm up the food. So if the wife came home after work, picked up the kids, went to the store, made a meal. She came home late. She just sat down to rest after a long day. He would expect her to get up and make sure she comes in the kitchen and warm up his food, because he doesn't know how to put the stove on or take a fork, or or take a spoon or anything like that. And I just think, this is not a relationship. This is really a slavery. um, if I need a repair in my car, I won't, wake up a man. I would not wake up somebody at 3 a.m. and say, you know what, you really need to fix my car. I'm in danger. It's just so selfish, to create this thing that you are a helpless boy, and then carry that into adulthood. But once again, to be fair, I have to say, unfortunately, as women, we contribute to that, trying to protect you from life, trying to protect you of your independence, trying to protect you of getting hurt. And this is like the downside of motherhood. This is the downside. Uh, how shall I say this? From motherhood, from our overprotectiveness. And I'm telling you this, 10 minutes later, no, let me help you with your code. I'm telling you, I'm working on this myself. There is no perfect spot you go in life and now you make no mistakes. It's our instinct to overprotect you, to make sure, you're nurtured, you are well, and often it works against us. As newborn needs that for survival, a 10-year-old child needed for nothing. He can do it himself, and he wants to do it himself. He really wants to. So as women, we need to allow you to do things, and we need to be able to receive. So with that being said, my dear friends, from Michigan with Love, I will see you very soon. uh, Welcome to my new members, and I'm excited to work on our little club behind the scenes. If you want to join it, send me a message, an email, consultveronica@gmail.com. You can Google Veronica Olson on Patreon. The more people we have, the more fun the discussions we can have, and the more inappropriate we can be. Thank you.